All right, food lovers, get ready for a whirlwind tour of the best street foods in Nebraska and Kansas. We're hitting all the must-try eats from classic ballpark dogs to innovative takes on traditional favorites. Don't miss this chance to feast your eyes and appetite on the 5 best street foods in the Great Plains. Let's dig in. Okay, so before we even step foot in Nebraska, we are already seeing some things that make me want to pull over and go check it out. This is what I see. Can you see? Oh my God, I hope they have one right now. Iconic. Okay, this is what we're starting off with. The first food we are trying in Nebraska is gonna be the hot dog. Now, the reason why I wanted to come here is because when I was younger, like college age, I used to work for a company called Conagra, which is a big food manufacturer. And every year at our holiday party, they would bring in a hot dog catering company from Nebraska. So when I think Nebraska, I automatically think good hot dogs. So let's try this. And this is the famous Runza hot dog. What is up with these little holes? Does anybody know? Leave them in the comments below. The Runza hot dog is a specialty of central Nebraska dating back nearly a century. These juicy quarter-pound beef franks are nestled in a soft bun and loaded up with mustard, diced onions, a sprinkle of salt and pepper, and the signature topping, diced tomatoes and relish. It is an experience not to be missed. And it has been about 5 years since I've tried one of these. So look at this thing. Look at this beauty. It looks just like a regular hot dog. And honestly, it tastes just like a regular hot dog too. Nothing special about it. I'm sure they do them better at the actual stand than what we were able to get here. But in my memory banks, I remember it being amazing, and this one was just okay. But it was still worth the trip to try again after all these years. But if you're in the area, definitely check it out. Maybe I just had a bad one. Who knows? Next up, we are headed to Wichita, Kansas to try the Kansas City BBQ bites at the Wichita River Festival. They had tons of vendors here selling funnel cakes and other fried foods, but they also had a few stands where they were serving up delicious barbecue. Now, they weren't actually from Kansas City, but they were doing their own take on Kansas City barbecue. Now, I'm a huge fan of Kansas City barbecue. I grew up eating it almost every weekend, so I feel like I kind of know what I'm talking about. And these guys did not disappoint. Now, you can see it's still pretty early. There aren't many people here yet. So I got the opportunity to get a little bit of a sizzling action shot of those babies on the grill. Oh, these ribs are saucy, tender, and absolutely fall apart. You can see right here, I just pinched on it, and it literally fell apart. Deliciousness. Smoked to perfection, they have a sweet and tangy flavor that will make your taste buds dance. Melt in your mouth is an absolute understatement. Just look at this one right here. It just slid off. You can see this sauce they have on it. It's a really thick dark brown sauce. The sauce is not overpowering though. It complements the smoky flavor of the ribs without making them soggy. It's important to point out that although these are referred to as baby back ribs, they are actually spare ribs. The term baby back ribs is often used interchangeably with spare ribs and barbecue, but in reality, baby back ribs come from the upper section of the rib cage, while spare ribs come from the lower section. Regardless of what you call them, these ribs were incredibly delicious. Definitely stop by this stand if you're at the festival. Next up, we are going to stay in Kansas and try something a little different. This is a delicacy that you will only find here. And it's not a delicacy that everyone likes, but it is definitely worth a try if you're in the area. This is an ear of corn. That doesn't sound too exciting, right? Well, trust me, this is no ordinary ear of corn. This is a local variety known as bloody butcher corn. It has a rich history dating back to the indigenous tribes who first cultivated it thousands of years ago. These days, you can find it at farmers markets and roadside stands throughout the region. I'll tell you now, this is not your average field corn. This is a flint corn, which means it's harder and more dense than dent corn, which is what most of the sweet corn you get at the grocery store is made of. Flint corn is often used for grinding into cornmeal or dried and popped into popcorn. But this corn is a little different. This is a type of corn that's meant to be boiled and eaten on the cob. You can see the kernels are a deep red color, almost bloody, hence the name bloody butcher corn, and they have a very intense, almost gamey flavor. It's not sweet like your typical sweet corn, but it's not supposed to be. The texture is also quite chewy and dense. It's definitely not a snack you'd want to munch on for hours. a couple bites, and then you're moving on to the next thing. This is definitely a snack that's best enjoyed with a cold beer on a hot summer day. Honestly, I loved it. I thought it was awesome to try something new, something different. But if you don't think you're gonna like it, just stick to the sweet corn. This is definitely for the more adventurous eaters out there. Thumbs up if you would try it. Next up, we are heading over to South Padre Island, Texas to try a sweet treat. I'm not exactly sure how we got from Kansas to Texas, but here we are. And we are about to try the funnel cake fries. Funnel cake fries are a fun twist on the classic funnel cake. Instead of being fried in a flat shape, the batter is piped through a special tool that makes them long and skinny just like French fries. They're typically served hot and dusted with powdered sugar, and if you're feeling extra hungry, you can fill them with ice cream. But I'm in a food coma right now, so let's go ahead and try this thing. This is what the inside looks like. Do you want to see it? I got a scoop of vanilla ice cream right there. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. At the time, I thought I was going to be able to handle it. I thought I was going to be fine. No, I was wrong. Look at this thing. This is what happens. I bit into it. I bit into the ice cream first. It started running down my hand. Then I went to take another bite and it just exploded. It literally just fell apart. And if you're thinking, oh, well, you should have held it like this, I tried that too. And it didn't work. I still ended up with a brain freeze. So yeah, it's definitely a messy snack, but it is worth it. The batter is light and airy, and the ice cream is cold and refreshing. It's the perfect combination to get your taste buds tingling. Plus, it's just plain fun to eat. You gotta admit, you're gonna turn heads when you're walking around with this thing. Next up, we are headed back to Nebraska, and we're about to try one of the most famous sandwiches in the country. Yes, I said it. This is one of the most famous sandwiches in the country. This is the Maid, right? I mean, look at the line. They're probably only serving like 10 people at this stand during this time. But look at that line. So I got the pork tenderloin sandwich, and this is the difference between the regular sandwich and the pork tenderloin sandwich. The pork tenderloin is bigger. It takes up the whole bun. And the regular one is just a normal sized burger. This is what the burger looks like. Yes, it does have lettuce and tomato on it. You can see the pickle. If you zoom in real close, you can see the ketchup and the onion on the bottom. I'm not gonna lie, I thought this was gonna be like a regular burger. You know, I was expecting it to taste like a burger. It didn't. It tasted like a fish fillet. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. It wasn't. It just wasn't what I expected. It was like a braided tender pork loin cooked in neutral oil, like canola oil. And it was topped with tomato slices and lettuce. And it was on a Kaiser roll. I swear I could have been at any place in America and ordered this sandwich and it would have tasted the same. That's just my opinion. You might love it. You might hate it. All I'm saying is it's worth a try if you're ever in the area. Alright, food lovers, we've made it to the end of our street food tour of Nebraska and Kansas. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. And be sure to check out our map where we'll be showing off all the best bites from across the country. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey through the world of deliciousness.